What's up, everyone? Hope everyone is doing amazing today. So today I'm with Corey, one of our students. He's having incredible results. So proud of him. He started this mentorship with a lot of doubts and a lot of work to do, and now he's having incredible results. And everything is a process in life. He started like everybody asking some questions, learning, and eventually he was able to know what to do, control his emotions, and get success with a product. You need to understand that with dropshipping, at the end of the day, every product is different. If you want to succeed, you need to have consistency, you need to know how the business works, and you need to have a purpose. His purpose is his family, three kids, three boys. So those type of person that we have that are doing it for family, are doing it for something bigger than themselves, normally they have a higher chance of success. I don't know why. It just seems like strange, but if you don't have a purpose, most likely you will not succeed. But he has a purpose. He showed that he was able to do it and find a winning product. And he didn't give up even after testing multiple products that most people they give up after testing three or five products. He didn't. And now, yeah, now I'm going to let him explain his story, what happened, and I'm going to ask him a few questions afterwards. So you can start, Corey.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and as Gilberto mentioned, my name is Corey. I actually started my mentorship with Gilberto at the beginning of the year, and it was an amazing journey, like going through the training, then getting to the point finally when I was able to actually implement what I learned. It was a beautiful, wild, crazy journey, and like I'll say this, it at many times it was hard. But there's one of the things that kept coming to my mind is that if it's this hard right now, it's going to be even sweeter when I actually, accomplish that goal. So I always had the faith that, it's going to work out, even though the doubts might come up in my mind. There's always been an overarching like faith that this is actually going to work out for me. And it's been about 6 months into this journey, and I've had a couple of products that were able to become successful, and currently and I'm on a new product that's doing the best I've ever done in drop shipping. So I look forward to having this conversation with you. I look forward to sharing everything that I've learned so far and giving back, because I know that my journey, it could affect other people in a positive way, and I'm happy to share some of the things that I've had to learn and overcome, and maybe it's going to help one person out there who's actually looking to achieve their goals.
Amazing, amazing. And the first question that I have with you, it's the question that is the most asked to me and my brother. And how do you know it was a winning product? How did you know?
So, like, the mentorship made it very easy to decipher what's a product that you test for one day and move on because it's not a winning product, and what's a product that actually have potential, and you should invest a bit more time into doing great creatives, into building out your website and so on. But to answer your question simply, I knew it's a winning product because it started making sales from day one. This product that I have was pretty much profitable from day one. Now there've been some days where it didn't perform as well, but overall, once you have a good product, you will notice sales as the major driver of, is this product working or is it not working? So sales is that thing that help you determine it. And in regards to my product research, I, I would say that as you use the product research strategy that Gilberto and Morales Ecom Brothers share, you will actually begin to notice different trends and patterns, especially as you're scrolling on TikTok. You will see a product, and maybe the first time you saw it, you scroll past it. But then the second time you see it, and the third time you see it again, and you're like, this is interesting. And from like, observing patterns like that, I would put it into my list of potential products. And at the end of the day, I'll narrow down, okay, of all these products that I've looked at, what has the most potential, what has the best wow factor, what seems like the best one for me to actually build my website, build my product page around, and start running ads for. And like, you will notice stuff as you do this long enough. And I'll say this, many times people come into this industry and they try to do something for a week, a few days, a month, and think that, okay, I've done all this work in a month, where's my success? This is actually something that takes time. A lot of the gurus out there, they would share that drop shipping is easy. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. And those are two different things. It requires work. So spend that time doing the product research. Is the most important part of the process. And once you're to find a good product, the next thing is going to be making some good creatives. But yeah, that's like my thought process when it comes to, finding a good product and how I actually move forward with it.
Amazing. And there's a thing that I see a lot with people when it comes down to when they have their product is they're like kind of a robot. So they only follow the strategy, or they only follow what they see, and they do it like a robot. What I mean by this is, let's say you mentioned that you made a bit of money at first, but afterwards, you implement some things in order to make it more profitable, to make more money out of it. But why did you not kill it? Like, what's the reason that you not kill it? And that's why I tell people, it's like they're so robot. It's like, okay, it needs to be perfect, or if it's not perfect, no, every product is different. Probably tomorrow you'll test and you'll find a product that makes you 100K in a day. It can happen, but other product needs a little bit more work. How did you know that, okay, I need to continue, I have something there? Because most of the people that, let's say, fail, it's either because they don't find a winning product, because they don't test consistently. And the second thing is they have a winning product, but they just kill it too fast.
Yeah. So I'll speak to this from the standpoint of someone who actually killed the product too fast earlier on in my journey. And now currently I have a product that's doing very well. And it actually came with hills and valleys. There was times when it was doing well, and there was times that I actually needed to, reinvent or make some tweaks. And in regards to the time when I actually killed the product first, like, there was a few things that was going through my mind. Now, keep in mind, my first winning product that I found that within the first 2 weeks since I completed the mentorship, within 2 weeks, found that product. And I was like, wow, I'm good at finding products. This is easy. And I was a bit arrogant. So the product worked for a few days, and then it started to show some decline, where my CPCs, like my cost to run ads and to acquire customers, it was actually going up, and it was getting to a point where it wasn't very profitable. And instead of me actually, looking at ways that I can actually make this work, like really getting to understand the product, really getting to understand the audience, and how I'm actually going to deliver this ad to the potential customers, I decided to move on. And when I moved on, my arrogance cost me, because I spent another month just like searching, trying to find a winning product. And I would test product every day, every day, every day. And it got to a point where it was frustrating. It frustrated the F out of me. Like, these were the moments that, it was easy to quit. But to Gilberto's point, I'm doing what I'm doing for a purpose, for a reason. And quitting was not an option. So I had no other option but to continue. So I continue testing. And even as I'm testing, I'm thinking, okay, what can I do to let my test be more productive? What can I do to help the products that I actually select to run ads for? What can I do to actually make it hit with the customers? So I started making different like tweaks to my process. I made my product description look better. I created new AI tools that help me write the description. I've learned how to edit photos to make it look more pleasing and appealing. So instead of grabbing a random image from AliExpress or from a competitor, I would do, little tweaks to present my product in a way that if a customer is to land on my product page, it looks good. Not perfect, but good. So I made all these evolution to the point where when I found this product and started to make profit almost from day one. And I made profit for like the first 3 days. Then things started to dip. And again, the thought comes, should I just proceed? Should I just move on from this product? However, I remembered how tough it was when I actually moved on from my first winning product prematurely. So I'm like, no, I'm not moving on. I'm actually going to look at what I can do to make this successful. So I did more like research on the audience. I looked at different angles. Like for my product, there's like three major angles that I can use to run ads for this product. So what I did is went to the drawing board and created a batch of ads for angle number 1, angle number 2, and angle number 3. And after I tested that batch, a pattern showed up in itself. Angle number 3 was the angle that actually worked. That was the angle that was profitable. It made sales, and it made sales with a healthy margin. So I'm like, okay, that's it. I was like laser focused. Now I know what I need to do. And from getting that insight, I just like focus all of my energy on, delivering great ads towards this angle so that it resonates with the audience. And in doing that, like I have a spreadsheet that I track all of my information on. And it's been about, I would say, a month and a half, about 6 weeks almost. And I can see there are some days that were red, but now it's overwhelmingly green, where I've seen so much more profitable days, and it was worthwhile for me to actually, overcome those challenges and keep going and commit to this product that I just had a feeling had really good potential. And now it's paying off. Of course, I have a long way to go, but this is a win along my journey, and I'm taking it with so much grace.
Amazing, amazing. And look, in terms of, I'm going to speak in terms of perspective when it comes down to a mentor. I see that a lot of the students, when I come back to them, like let's say I send a message like 3 weeks after the mentorship, 4 weeks after the mentorship, they are literally everywhere. They are testing different strategies. They that is not even inside the mentorship. How were you able? Because that's a big problem. People like, I'm like, I didn't teach you this. Like, what are you doing? Oh yeah, but I saw this on a video and I wanted. I'm like, they go out of the way to do something else, and I'm like, why? How were you able to stay so consistent? Like, how?
That's
Because I'm telling you, it's simple to say, but nobody do it. Nobody stay consistent with what I tell them. They're like, after 3 products, they start panicking and they start testing the new thing on Google. Like,
So I've invested a lot of money into going through mentorship with you, Gilberto, and I was determined to actually make it work. And of course, like everyone else, I had doubt in my mind. But because I know I actually took the time to go through your mentorship and learn your strategy, and I know your strategy more than I can ever know a random YouTuber strategy. I actually spent time learning and getting feedback from you in the mentorship. So I understood that. And with that understanding, even though I feel doubt, even though like things were very uncertain at time, I just stay committed because of the investment that I made, understanding that I actually took that time to go through the mentorship with you. And initially in my journey, this is something that helped. When you see a little bit of success, it's reaffirming that this could work. And in your strategy, like I in the early stage of my journey, like selling products on TikTok after a mentorship, I've had a few sales here. I had a small winning product, and I'm like, well, it worked. So I can look back at my experience and really see that it works. I just haven't found that winning product yet. So those were some of the things that allow me to stay committed to your strategy. And if there's anything that I need to implement on top of it, I still kept the core of your strategy. I didn't like deviate too much from that. If there was little innovations that I needed to make, I made that. Because for me, like my brother told me that I'm lazy because I many times try to find what is a more efficient way to do things. And sometimes that is bad, but sometimes it's good, right? And I made little innovations on top of your strategy that allow me to do product description and do it in a way that resonated with the customers. So sticking to the strategy is very important. This is what you know, and if you're to take different pieces from everyone, it's not going to work. Trust me. I've actually started my dropshipping journey back in 2017 and never made success that was notable. And the reason to me, I'm sharing this right now. Stick to one strategy, learn and use the foundation of your strategy from one person. Because when you start mixing and matching, it's gonna just make things complicated.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. And I tell everybody, like, after you know how does it work and you see part of success, you can implement your own things. You can, because you now it's like you know what works. So now you can know what's going to be efficient or not. You know what I mean? Because you have results, but people want to implement their things or new things without having results. So how do you know it's efficient? How do you know? You don't have any success. So it is okay to implement new things and to be different. If you look at all those dropshippers, we're all different. We don't have we have similarities, we have similar strategies, but the way that we do things are a little bit different from each person. Why? Because we had success at first by following one strategy, and afterwards we did what works for us better. And that's what you did, and that's okay. But I see so many people doing something. They're like, yeah, I think it's better. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And they don't.
I
And
think we need to earn the right.
yeah,
We need to earn the right to say, as a noob, as someone who haven't seen success, to say, I think this is better, right? For example, part of the strategy is to use TikTok to scroll. Before actually working with you, Gilberto, I hated TikTok. I would never use TikTok because I thought it was for kids dancing. I'm gonna make myself sound old here, but I thought it was for kids dancing. I'm like, I have no use for that. And then Gilbert is to go tell me go scroll TikTok to find winning products. Of course, there's more details behind it, but for that, I did not want to do it. However, this is the work that needed to be done. This is the foundation that needed to be done. And if you're not willing to dig a foundation to improve your work ethic, to stay committed, to persevere in something that you're committed to do, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. So you may learn some stuff in your mentorship and think contrary to it. However, earn the right to do that when you actually become successful, when you actually find something that's actually working and you've made improvements upon it. Before you've actually found that success, you haven't earned that right. And the strategy that Morales Ecom Brothers are teaching, it's a proven working strategy. I'm a testimony to it. And all the screenshots that you guys are sharing on YouTube and Facebook, it's actually real. So, like, follow the path, Sometimes it's going to take time. Sometimes it's going to require you to do work a bit harder and a bit more. Make that investment, because the reality is that if you're to work hard today and in a year from now, it may seem like forever. A year from now, you're to make $500,000. Is it worth it? So do the fucking work. Sorry, do the work. Invest the time, do the work, put your head on focus, do the work, and give yourself that opportunity to make it work. Sometimes like we just want things easily. And I'm speaking to myself as well. Because all of my life I wanted shit easily. And up until I decided to make commitments to do the work and stick to what's been shown to me, that's when I started to see progress. Trust me, guys, I've been dabbling in ecom since 2017. And I was only able to make this level of success that I'm having since I committed and worked with Gilberto.
Well, thank you for, all the words. Thank you for everything. Can you just share like the chart of today's sales in 1 week just to show some result? Obviously, like don't share everything on your screen to not share your store for obvious reasons. But just
Yeah,
share the first day and after that a week so people can see.
yeah, I'll
Um,
use my iPad here.
no worries, no worries, no worries.
All right. So let me block it off up here. So today I tested, if you can see here, can you
Yeah,
see
yeah, we can see, we can see, we
that
can see.
that
Uh,
it's today because I tested only a few creatives, but let me put it to the last 30 days. Yeah, if you can see it there.
can you move a little bit more? Oh, okay, okay, yes, we can see. It's 18,000, yeah, 18,000.
18,000.
Great.
Yes, and all of that came in within the last
And again,
couple
what
of weeks.
what I tell people, what I tell people is, look, now you're a few weeks in and you had a $400 days because you're testing different things. And that's what I tell people. Some days you will make 2,000. Some days you will make 400. Some days you'll make 30,000. And if you find a bunch of good creative and you scale well, maybe you will even be able to reach 5K, 15K. We don't know. All products has different tops, and depending on the creative, depending on the work you put in, we will see it on the products. And it's okay to have a lower day, to have a higher day, but the consistency, think about this. Every day you're making money. That's a
Yeah,
crazy thing. Every single day. Now you're sleeping, you wake up, drink your coffee, you made money. Okay, you do your things,
yeah,
do what you have to do, and based on your work, you will see either more or less. But even if you work hard, some days are lower than others, part of life, but you don't need to work anymore for your money. The money is working in the background every day, every day. Okay, it's lower today, higher tomorrow, but every day it's there.
yeah. And I'll say this here, like all the work that I've done leading up to finding this product and launching this product, it's paid off now because if I'm to be honest, I do less work right now. I work on my business, but in comparison to the days when I was testing products every single day,
Yeah.
that was extremely hard in comparison to setting my ads to start running at the beginning, at the end of the night, waking up the next morning to like 10 sales, 17 sales, 20 sales, and just monitoring my ads, turning off the one that's not as profitable, like scaling up the ones that are doing well. Like you, the work that you do in the beginning, even though it feel hard, those are the moments that's leading you to this victory that you eventually find if you're to stay committed. So keep going. Whoever it is that really want to find success in dropshipping, dropshipping is alive and well. And with AI, it's so much easier than ever before. So just find a working strategy, stay committed, keep going, and shit's gonna happen.
Amazing, amazing. And do you have a last advice for, people that are starting drop shipping that wants to start and or it's been a long time they're starting, but they never seen any success. Do you have any word of advice for them?
Yes, I'll say something that's not very sexy. Like, if you want something, if you want to become a new person, there's a part of you that needs to die, right? And I had to kill a, I don't know if this is gonna affect your YouTube, but
No,
I
no.
had to eliminate some parts of me that was not allowing me to become successful and make some sacrifices. So what I look like is working harder. What I look like is, making decisions that I'm actually going to be happy for versus decisions that I'm going to regret. So, for example, binging a TV show, those are stuff that I've really scaled back on. Like a lot of things that's been wasting my time. I'm like, okay, I have a business to run here. I have work to be done. So I would spend hours in my office. I'll share this. As Gilberto mentioned before, I have three sons, a wife, a job, right? And I'm at a point where I'm looking to transition out of my job and really focus on drop shipping. So God's Spirit Life, I'm going to be full time into this. But I have a lot happening for me and a lot that's taking my time. And one of the sacrifices that I needed to make was to work late into the night, right? I used to go to bed around like 11, 12 o'clock. And now I stayed up a few hours later to work on my business. And that was a sacrifice that I've made. And what that sacrifice allowed me to do is become a new person. And in becoming this new person with a stronger work ethic, it allowed me to see the results of it. So make the sacrifice, eliminate parts of you that's not serving you, and stay committed to one thing. Focus on one thing until successful. Do the boring stuff over and over and over again up until you find your success. So let's get it.
Amazing, great word of advice and is completely real. You need to become a new person in order to be good at business, and it's not sexy, but it is what it is, and it's part of it. It's part of it, and it's part of the growth. You can become a new person if you're doing the same thing over and over again. You need to do different things, things that are not, exciting sometimes, but it needs to be
Yeah,
done. We're men's, and we're businessmen and we need to do things even if we don't want to. So do you think I want to
exactly.
bro, let's be honest, it's fucking boring doing product research. It's fucking boring. Like this shit is boring as hell, but we need to do it. Like it's just
Yeah,
I like doing ads. My passion is ads and creative. My brother likes to do product research and I'm happy that he likes to do it because I don't, and but it's just part of it. Sometimes I do it, sometimes like it's just that it needs to be done. It's not like, oh, but maybe. No, no, no. You need to do it. That's it. And that's what makes you a
yeah.
better person.
Yeah, and you add a valid point if I could quickly speak to it. Like I used to do things based upon how I feel.
Yeah.
And that is a strategy to lose.
Yes.
If you're a man looking to find success and you're working based on how you feel, you really need to take a better look in the mirror because we don't have that luxury as men. We can't operate on our feelings. We actually need to do the things that need to be done. And the more you do the things that need to be done, even if it goes against the way how you feel, you are going to be stronger and better prepared to do what need to be done the next time. So
100%.
stay focused, stay make the sacrifice again. It's all part of that sacrifice, and continue on this path here relentlessly, and ultimately you will find success. You keep running, like you play the game of not quitting. That's the game, never quitting.
Absolutely.
If you play the game of never quitting, you're you're playing an infinite game, and you will, get what you're pursuing. It gotta relent at some point. So just keep going. Make the sacrifice and keep going. Work harder. Don't let your feelings take priority on how you operate. There will be some moments that you're gonna lose that feelings battle, but you need to be winning most of them.
Absolutely, absolutely agree with you. So yeah, thank you for this video. It was amazing speaking to you. Hope we can do another video when we reach 100K. Hope we can do a video
It
when we reach
shall be done.
100K. And keep me updated. Keep me
It's
updated. You know, you can always ask me question. And yeah, now it's a battle of creative, making content. It's basically the same process, but now instead of testing product, you'll be testing creative. So test
yeah.
creative, scale your product, keep me updated, my brother updated too, and let's get it.
Much love. Have a wonderful rest of your day and good luck, everyone.
Bye. Take care, guys. See you in the
Bye.
next video with his 100K success. Peace.
It shall be done.